Today's episode of the Josh Wiley channel is brought to you by Gangboxed. If you're a hands-on kind of guy, whether it be building or making things as hobbies or for work, Gangboxed is the box for you. A monthly subscription box service delivered right to your door every month. Contains all types of tools, personal protective gear, and some cool apparel. Head on over to their website and sign up today for your first box. Go to gangboxed.com. Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys there. Welcome to the Josh Wiley channel, and you have stumbled upon episode 6. I feel like the Joker in The Dark Knight. It's a funny thing, you should check it out. Anyways, that may or may not have been funny. This is episode 6 of the ATF Tapes. If you're new to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a cigar and drinking a sip of preferably whiskey. I am actually not. This is gold tequila, which I was drinking in the last episode that you saw. I'm drinking it again. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of tequila. I just get kind of just like the itch for tequila every once in a while. That is what we are drinking. Today, smoking. This is, I had one very similar to this in the last episode. Episode 5. That comes before 6, right? Yeah. That the one in the previous video was a Joya. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. That one was a black. This one is the red, which is a little bit smaller. From Joya de Nicaragua, however you pronounce that. I'm sure I just pronounced it wrong. The strength is medium. Wrapper is Habano. Excuse me. The size is a short Churchill, which is 4.7 by 48. Origin, obviously, is Nicaragua. So that and the taste on the last one in the last episode, the black, the draw was kind of bad, but it got a little bit better. And the taste was, all right. This is the red. It's a little bit better. I guess same kind of taste, just a little bit like smoother kind of. And the draw's a little bit better, but kind of still the same. It's a little bit not as good as I usually like them. But still a pretty good cigar. It's all right. It's definitely in the all right category. Or I category, whatever you want to say. So that is the alcohol, the A and the T. Let's move on to the best part of the video. I've been looking forward to this one in particular because it is, I haven't done a whole lot of videos on this. I did more than one. One of the videos, I believe, was one of the how cheap videos I did, which I think just about all of my builds at some point was a how cheap video, because I just did a build to see how cheap I could do it, and a lot of people thought that was pretty cool and popular, so I almost lost you. So I kept doing them on different builds. This was featured on that. I have done different stuff to it since then. But for the F for firearm in this video is my custom AR9 build. So this has gone through a couple different variations. Like, I mean, I like doing that. AR systems are like Legos for men. And I mean, it's fun putting them together, and you can just like take them apart and do different stuff to them, put different parts on them. It's real easy. It's fun. I have a blast doing it. Millions of people have a blast doing it. So as always, we will start at this end at the butt and then move towards the dangerous end. So this is a pistol, AR pistol brace. It is not adjustable because that is illegal. And depending on when this video comes out, this one will be probably a few weeks, at least a few weeks out of when I'm actually filming this video. There is a whole lot of stuff going on with the ATF and like reclassifying what's illegal and not illegal now. It was illegal, but now it might not be, and you weren't a felon, and now you might not be, and you're going to jail for 10 years. There's a whole lot of stuff. As filming this, nothing's set in stone. It might be by the time this video goes up, I don't know. So you might be looking at an illegal firearm by the time this comes up, I don't know. But this is not an adjustable buttstock. That would make this considered SBR, which is illegal unless you pay the government $200, then it's not illegal. It's funny how that works. So it's just a fixed arm brace here, mil-spec buffer tube system. The charging handle I've got on here isn't a stock one. It was one of those with an extended release lever on here. I can't remember where I got it. It was like one of the cheapest ones I could find that had an extended handle on it. So that's that. The lower on here is pretty standard. If you go with AR9 lower, and so you can do a AR9 lower, or you can turn a regular lower, 223 or 556 lower, into accepting 9mm magazines. They make different kits that you like pop up in here and do different stuff too. And you can get those which accept Glock magazines or Colt magazines. I have Glock, so when I made the decision to do one, I went with a Glock lower. It made more sense. I can have all the same magazines. You use them in this firearm and my pistols. So this one is accepting Glock magazines. The upper is nothing real special about that. It's just a regular upper, and it's not a 9mm upper. It's a regular upper. You can do that. As you can see, the lower and the upper, I got this together. They're both the FDE Coyote Tan color. And the company I got this from, apparently they weren't too good on their customers, and they actually went out of business, and it was like this big thing. I won't mention the company, but I did get this from them, and I did pay for it. It's not like they gave it to me. I did pay for it. That's one I settled on. So yeah, you can't get this particular one anymore, but you can get a regular upper. Doesn't matter what upper you get, and the lower you can get standard AR9 lower that accepts Glocks or Glock magazines, or you can get an AR9 lower that accepts Colt magazines. This one, like I said, is Glock. Other than that, all of the internal parts are standard. Doesn't matter which ones you use. The magazine release system on here, I can't speak for all. I think all, but not 100% sure. But they usually come in the lower. So I think a package was just delivered. UPS. I'm actually looking forward to that package too, by the way. And no, I'm not telling you what it is. But the magazine release system on here is different from a regular one. So if you get a stripped lower, AR9 lower, I think usually it's going to have that on there. So when you get a lower kit, you'll be able to put all of your regular parts in there, but you don't need to install the magazine release system because usually it's already on there. The upper dust cover is a little bit different. It's just some cheap one that I got just because I wanted it to be a little different than the standard one. Nothing special there. As far as sights go, I do have the 45 flip-up sights from Dagger Defense. These are the identical same ones that were featured in the last episode on the 50 Beowulf build. The same identical ones. Then for the red dot, this is another red dot from Dagger Defense. I can't remember exactly which one this was. It doesn't have any numbers printed on it. I have done a lot of work with Dagger Defense. I really like that company. Real good company. Real good to check out if you're interested in the budget scene, if you're doing a budget build, stuff like that. They have cheaper optic options and other options as well that are real budget friendly. Really like those guys over there. Then moving on to the handguard. This handguard I actually custom did at my shop. If this is your first time stumbling across the channel, my family runs a machine shop, so anytime I get a chance, usually I'm doing something cool on there, especially if I'm in the middle of a build. I'm trying to make my own stuff for the build. I did this handguard. I did a video on making the handguard, and I've done so much stuff really and done so many videos, but I'm pretty sure when I first did that actually got put on another build that I had, took it off for some reason, came back to it, and I think I did something different to it. I think it was like longer and knurled with grip all the way on it, and then I decided to put it on this build and modify it a little bit and put a like mounting system and stuff like that. If you're interested in that, I did do a video on making that and how I did it and stuff like that, so you can check that out. The barrel on here came from Roscoe Barrels, I believe. I did a video on that with those guys. I think it's just a 5-inch barrel, 5.5-inch barrel. They make really good products. I was real happy with what I got. We skipped over something in here. The BCG, the bolt carrier group in here. If you're planning on doing a AR9 build, there are some things that you need to get that are 9mm specific. Not everything is, but some things are. The BCG is one of them. If you're planning on doing this, you need to be sure you get a 9mm specific BCG. That's what I got here. This was from the good guys at Brownells. They sent, they have their own, or at least when I got this, they have had their own 9mm BCG that they made. It's theirs. It's a Brownells BCG. I really like that. I haven't had any issues with it. Also, if you're planning on doing an AR9 build, when you do the build normally on a 223 or 556 build, you need a gas system, a gas tube, and a gas block, because the gas flows out, shoots up through the gas block, shoots through the gas tube, blows your bolt back. That's how that works. On your on a 9mm system, it works from just blowback. It doesn't use gas, so you don't need a gas block and you don't need a gas tube. So as I said, this upper is a regular one. It has the hole for a gas tube, but there's nothing in there because I don't need it because it's 9mm. So you don't need a gas system for a 9mm AR build. So that does away with the gas block and gas tube. The only thing left on here, I did this. This is a barrel shroud. Nothing simple about that. I just made one. I did a video on it. I put it on a couple of different builds just because it looked cool. And that's been on a lot of different builds that I've had. And this is where it's been probably for the longest point in time since I've had it. It was just because it looks cool. Looks kind of like it's suppressed, but it's not. So that's pretty much really the only reason that was there, just because it looks cool. I mean, it does look cool. It's freaking awesome, right? I love this pistol, 9mm. It's one of the cheaper ones. I did this just because it was a thing and I wanted one and I hadn't had one. 9mm, somewhat cheap to shoot, so I wanted one and I made it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I do have one thing I really like about it, that it's a 9mm build and it uses Glock magazines. I get all of my different magazines for my Glock pistols, and I can just pop these guys in here. It's neat to be able to do. I've got the different size magazines, the small ones that I use in the different pistols. I've got a 33 round magazine that all of them work fine and good in here. Usually when you get a AR9 lower, I mean, you usually don't have any issues with the magazine lockup and ejecting, anything like that. Usually they're pretty good. So yeah, I like being able to, all of the magazines I have for my pistols, I can slap in here with no problem. So that is the AR9 build. That is the F featured in this episode of the ATF Tapes. So we've got a Joya Red, which I'm probably not pronouncing right. Some gold tequila. And my favorite, and it's probably my favorite AR9 build because it's my only AR9 build. But I do like this pistol. It is one of the, I think if you go to the most popular videos on my channel, I'm pretty sure the second video on there, as of right now filming this, was a video I did on this pistol. It's one of the more popular ones that a lot of people are interested in finding some information about that not a whole lot of people have. A lot of people have 5.56 or 223 builds, but not a lot of people have the 9mm build, so it's fun to shoot. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and let me know all of your comments down, or your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. I want to know. I like doing these videos. If y'all hate them, I'm not going to keep them going because you hate them. But hopefully you like them. Hopefully you're having a cigar and a glass with me. And that's it. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.